What's the best value in bourbon? Well, today we're covering my list of best value bottles that I have on my bar. Back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we're talking about value. These bottles can be readily found everywhere, and I think they bat way above the price tag that most stores charge. This list is going to be a top 5 list, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in a 6th one in there, which is my personal favorite. This one is the J Bowman Single Barrel. This bottle is absolutely spectacular. You know, it's rumored to be Buffalo Trace distillate. I think they're distilling their own now, but I know they used to source from them back in the day. This bottle is not on my list because I do realize it is very difficult to find in most parts of the country, but because I live in Virginia and it's made near my hometown, I'm able to get this bottle a lot easier than most. But anyways, just want to say, if you don't have this bottle or if you ever have the opportunity to buy it, I would, because it is spectacular. It gives you all those sweet cherry flavors that you get on Buffalo Trace products. Very similar to an E.H. Taylor, I think, because you get a lot of that barrel spice that's endemic to the E.H. Taylor line, more so than like that heavily sweet cherry profile that you get from like a Blanton's. This leans more on the spicier side, like the E.H. Taylors. But anyways, on to my list of these are going to be more findable bottles that I think are amazing values. First off is the Blue Note Juke joint. This is a 93 proof. Again, this bottle is very similar with that red cherry sweet forward profile, very similar to like a Blanton's. I do have a video where I compared the Blue Note to Blanton's. So if you haven't seen it, maybe there'll be a link there, or maybe there won't. I don't know. Sometimes they show up. Anyways, first off is the Blue Note Juke joint. This is going to be a staple on most bars, but the Wild Turkey 101. I mean, this bottle for around that $30 price point, you can never go wrong. It's 101 proof, so it's going to satisfy the bourbon drinkers. It's great for mixing. You get a lot of like that turkey, dusty, nut, caramelly funk going on in this bottle. And I think it bats way above that $30 price tag. Number 3. This is probably my favorite bottle from the 5 list. This is the Cooper's Craft 100. Now, again, this bottle is in that $30-some price tag range. This is a Brown-Forman product, so if you're a fan of Old Forester, I think this delivers on all of those levels. You get all like that brown sugar sweetness that you find in like the 1920, just proof down to 100. So if you haven't had this bottle, you need to get it, because for that $30-some, $40 price tag, this bottle is really tough to beat. So number 4 is a new one. This is the Maker's Mark 46 cask strength French oak. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I wanted to get this bottle for a while, opened it up the other day, and I swear the nose on this thing was just a butterscotch bomb. And like the only nose I've ever smelled that was compared to this is the Michter's Toasted Rye from this year, the 2023. That it was just an absolute butterscotch bomb on the nose. Like the sweetness that I was getting off of this glass was like out of this world good. And then coming over to the palate again, it is a very, sweet forward, butterscotchy, kind of like burnt butterscotch profile. You do pick up a fair amount of the oak. So like if you can't find one of the wood finishing products, this is a little bit more pricey, in that like $59, price point. But again, it's going to be in that like 111 proof range. It's a Maker's Mark, it's a weeder, it's going to be relatively sweet. If you're not off-put by a light floral profile, this is an amazing bottle, and can't wait to be putting this thing in some blinds, against, the actual wood finishing series to see how this thing compares. Because for a shelfer, this is a great bottle. And number 5. Man, this one is spectacular as well. This is the Bardstown Origin, their Bottle-in-Bond weeder. So this is a 6-year-old. This is Bardstown's own distillate. It is a weeder. It is very, sweet on the profile. You do get like a little bit of like that nut there, but like overall, it is like a very silky, velvety, smooth bottle. And for $50, this is an amazing pour. Also, the other Origin series, I think it's their small batch, but it's in the white label. I think it's like 97 proof, something like that. That one is, again, an amazing find. That's going to be found most places around this time. So, yeah, that bottle I think is like $5 cheaper. It's like $45. The profile on that bottle, is a lot more like cinnamon spicy forward. So, like, if you're not as into like, more of a berry, weeder profile, and you like that cinnamon spice, that the other the Bardstown small batch, might be the bottle for you. Man, that John J Bowman single barrel is just so good. So if you live in Virginia and you're watching this channel and you don't have one of those bottles on your bar, you need to get one because they're fantastic. The ABC store, the VABC, you can just go online and find it and then, search for which store has it. I just got that bottle, today. I had to drive about 10 miles to go pick it up, but well worth it, I mean, a little bit of effort. Virginia makes it easy for us, and they're only $56. So can't beat it. Anyways, guys, these are my 5 bottles that I think are spectacular and bat way above the price tag that the stores are charging. You can get all of these at MSRP in most places. But please let me know in the comments down below, like what bottles am I missing from this list? I know a lot of people love, the rare breed and stuff, but I was trying to keep the bottles on a relatively lower price tag for this video. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. As always, this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and pop the bottles and share the pours, and we'll see you in the next one.